an Easter faith. But looking around at the world and the church at large, it doesn't always look particularly resurrected. And also, as mentioned a couple of weeks ago, Douglas Campbell in his 2020 book, Pauline Dogmatics, has some pretty helpful insights here. So in short, he suggests that when we belong to Christ, we embrace a resurrected mind. We get a resurrected mind now. Until we die or Christ returns, we don't get the resurrected body, but we do have at least this partial resurrected state. And that resurrected mind, the mind of Christ, is attuned to all that is beautiful, true and good and just and loving. And we have that mind within us right now because we belong to Christ. But as said, it's not always easy to recognize that. So here comes the experiential part, and Robert is going to help out at this point. Are you going to go piano or organ? Piano, okay. Now, Robert is going to play in a moment a short chord or something of music. And I want you to imagine that this is a representation of the music of heaven. So when you're ready, keep it going, lovely. Representation of the music of heaven. This is music representing the resurrected mind which Christ gives us. It's harmonious, it's beautiful, and this is playing in our minds always. And when we are close to Christ and we follow in his footsteps, this is the sort of music that dominates the music of the resurrected mind. But at all times, there is also another piece of music playing, which stands in contrast to the music of heaven, which would sing within us. And we could call this bit of music that of the flesh, to borrow Paul's terminology. So let's hear it, Robert, your music of the flesh. That's nasty. Oh. Discordant, dissonant. Yeah. So imagine that music is also always playing. Indeed, in some people, it is overwhelmingly dominant and it drowns out the music of heaven. But the music of heaven is still there. So imagine if we were fortunate enough to have two Roberts, both playing one playing the heavenly music and one playing the not so heavenly music, both at the same time. And if you dropped one of those Roberts down as quietly as possible, we would only hear one of them being played. But actually, both are still present, even if you can't hear it. And it's like that with people. Everyone hears both kinds of music all the time. If you like, we hear the discordant, sinful notes, and simultaneously the notes which are in harmony with God. If you still aren't sure why I'm going on about this, I'll sum it up. On this day, we celebrate victory and resurrection, the greatest of God's acts in redemption, and that because of Jesus Christ, we are able to be grafted into all of that. And through the renewal of the Holy Spirit, in being joined to Christ's resurrection, we are attuned to the music of heaven. And we're given a resurrected mind to hear it better. And I think that also means that even in the worst possible situations, Christians have a ministry of listening for and pointing to the music of heaven, which is present and never extinguished, even when others struggle to hear it. Now, I believe that when Jesus taught us to pray, "Your kingdom come on earth as in heaven," that is a call to action. And those actions should reflect all that is good and godly, or we could say all that is in harmony with the chords and the music of heaven. We are called to be a light to the world, filled with resurrection love. And to best be that, it is important that we spend time listening to the music of heaven. We put ourselves where we can hear God and those chords which are in harmony with what the Lord is saying to us now. We need to spend time tuning our ears to that. And having been on this journey from Maundy Thursday through Good Friday and now to Easter Day, I hope and pray that you have heard God in some way. Friends, we have resurrected minds now, and we are attuned to the music of heaven, where angels and archangels and all the company of heaven are rejoicing this day and always. The Lord be with you.
And also with you.